everyone! Welcome to another episode of my weekly videos, Mondays with Marian. I'm Marian. Thank you so much for joining me and watching. I post videos every week and it's a lot about different topics from leadership, personal development, spirituality, and a lot of really my experiences, kind of things I'm going and things that I'm learning right now. And today I actually was inspired to talk about being out in nature. I live in a city, I live in downtown Miami, and it's beautiful buildings and I see water, but I was recently in a trip to Tulum, Mexico on a retreat, and I stayed in the jungle, in the Mayan jungle for 5 days, and I can't tell you enough how amazing it was. Just being surrounded by nature, by animals. You know, there was Wi-Fi, but because of the retreat, I was actually able to not be on my phone all the time. I was really able to just meditate longer and be still in nature. And it was really amazing. I feel a lot of times most of us in the urban areas are so caught up with the next meeting, the next thing, the next post, that we're so connected, but at the same time we're extremely disconnected from a lot of the basics. And getting back into nature, going into the beach and putting my feet in the sand, jumping in the ocean, meditating in the jungle, and just looking at birds and animals, you get really connected and you find the beauty in just the simple things. I was able to really be present and look at the trees and the flowers. My last night there, it was a full moon, and I literally sat on the floor and just meditated and stared at the moon and just really reveled in the moment. And I was filled with so much gratitude for where I am in life, for that present moment, to be in nature. And it teaches you to really be thankful. We don't need that much. Not to say that what we have is a bad thing, but I think in order to really listen more to the inner voice that we have to be in silence more, in stillness. And I think being in nature really gives you that sense of connectedness a lot more than being in the city. And if you don't have time to go on a 5-day retreat into the Mayan jungle, which for the most part, not many people do, I did it at one time. I really made it a point. Like I was very determined. If you want something, it happens. You really work towards it. I really need this time to unplug and connect with myself, with the source, and get creative and be inspired. So I did that, but whenever you don't have time, there's still ways to reconnect with nature, even if it's not for a few days. I grew up in LA, and I would actually go on hikes. That's one of the things I miss so much about living in Miami now. We have no mountains or hills. It's just kind of flat. We have really amazing water, but we have no mountains. And I used to love hiking and not Runyon, because Runyon, I mean, it's a hike, but it's not really like in nature. It's kind of like out in the open. But like we would go into the mountains, like Malibu has actually nicer hikes, and going into like Ventura County, there's some really, really amazing hikes there where you can kind of get lost in the hike and hike for hours. Do something like that over the weekend, Saturday or Sunday, or even during the week if you can. Just take a hike or go to the beach, put your feet in the sand or in the water. Do something that kind of forces you. Go to a garden. There's a lot of really amazing parks and gardens that you have everywhere. Go to the mountains. Wherever you can, just be more in touch with nature. Do it. There's just a sense of peace and stillness when you're out in nature that just, I don't know, it's invigorating. And for me, it brings me so much gratitude when you're really present, not on your phone, not taking pictures, but just like admiring how beautiful everything is. It feels good. And I think it's a good time to sort of recharge, get your thoughts together, and you kind of get like really inspired. Being in nature really inspires me, it grounds me, and I feel so much better after. And then when I'm back, I'm recharged, I'm ready to sort of tackle everything that I need to do again, and it's a great way to disconnect in order to connect with the source and your inner self. Go out in nature. Wherever you guys are, if you're watching, let me know where you go. Do you go to the beach? Do you go to the mountain? Do you go to the forest? Let me know sort of where you go to just get a piece of nature. All right, see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, but I post the most on Instagram. So I post a lot of IG stories. So I will see you guys next time. Bye.